Okay, so for today, we have the fraction 1/10. Who knows what decimal that is? Tell me, Palmer.
0.1.
Well, we can just call it 0.1. You're correct, 0.10 or 0.1, right? And so if I said, what is 2/10? Everybody should be able to just look at that and say, obviously, that's what, guys? 0.2. And then, of course, if I continue, we all understand anything out of 10 is what that decimal point is. All right, there was a decimal, and then this was called the what? The 10th spot, right? And I know you know this, all right, but there's more to it. All right, there's more to it than that. All right, now let me see if you can tell me what 4/5 is. Who can tell me what 4/5 is? Tell me. How did you know that? Yeah, multiply by 2, right? So this is just 8 out of 10. Everybody with me on that? And that's how we knew it was 0.8. All right. So now what if I ask you this? What if I ask you what is 37 out of 100? What decimal is that? Tell me.
37.
What kind of 37? Well, I know, but there's a decimal in here, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Well, yeah, what decimal? Not 37.0, but yes. All right, 0.37. All right, so now if I said something crazy like 73 out of 100, now we can just say that's what? 0.73. All right. Now, somebody, this is why I never like doing division. And of course, all this is just a division problem. Is everybody okay with that? And if you don't know that, I'm going to show you in a minute. But what is, let's say I said, what is 13 out of 50? What's 13 out of 50?
So 22 by 2, then you get 26 out of 100, so it would be 0.26.
Yeah, 0.26. All right. Now, if I did something really crazy like 197 over 1,000, what decimal is that? Tell me. Sorry, tell him. What is that? What over 1,000? What decimal is that?
Oh, wait.
Tell me.
0.197.
Yeah, it's just 0.197 or 0.197. Right. The number of zeros tells you how many places you move the decimal. So like 197, the decimal's here, there's 3 zeros. So we just move it back 3 times. Everybody okay with that? All right. So your objective is to try to get out of 10 or out of 100 or out of 1,000. Then it's easy to write the decimal. Does everybody agree with that? All right. So now let's see how good we are. So if I ask you, what does 1/4? What decimal is 1/4? Tell me. Yeah, 0.25, right? And I never understood that because 1/4 means a quarter, correct? And if you have a quarter in your hand, you have how much money? That's how it's 0.25. Just like I didn't understand 3/4 is how much? 0.75. If I have 3/4 in my hand, I have 75 cents. That's how logical that is. And of course, I know everybody here knows a half is what? 50 cents or 0.5. Yes.
So, when you got the 1/4, and you got 0.25, did you convert 4?
No. Here's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about if I'm holding a quarter in my hand, how much money is that? That's how I knew that.
Oh.
See, just like this 3/4. If I have 3/4 in my hand, I have what? 75 cents. That's how I learned. All right, with money. All right. Now we're going to get into something a little bit more challenging, though. All right. There are many things that I think you should know. Everybody should know 1/10. Everybody should know anything that's divisible by 5. Everybody should know anything divisible by 4. Everybody should know anything divisible by 2. You should just automatically know those. All right, today I'm going to show you how to know some more numbers. All right, so let me see who's going to impress me the most. What is 1/9? Does anybody know what just 1/9, because you're just good at math like that? What's 1/9? That's all right. What is it? Do you remember? Anybody? All right, so again, watch, really simple. So 1/9 is a division problem, right? So it's 9 goes into 1. Everybody with me on that? All right, so 0.0. How many times does 9 go into 10? Once, right? Uh-oh. Yes, 1 repeating. Everybody in here should now know that 1/9 is 0.1 repeating. Now I'm going to ask you a silly question. What's 2/9? Tell me. 0.2 repeating. Now, if you're not sure about that, watch. 9 goes into 2. 9 goes into 20 twice. Uh-oh, 2 left over. So as everybody see, it's just 2 repeating, right? So what is 3/9? I'm listening. But 3/9 is also what fraction? 1/3, right? So 1/3 is 0.3 repeating. Well, 1/3 is also 3/9. Everybody good with that? All right, so now something crazy. 7/9. Somebody tell me just what 7/9 is, because you've been paying attention. Yeah, 0.7 repeating. So now you've learned a whole bunch. All right, now I'm going to show you something really cool. So everybody look up. This is how you get smarter right now. So what if I said to you, somebody please tell me what 23 divided by 99 is? What do you think?
0.23 repeating.
That's exactly right. It's just patterns. 0.23 repeating. 0.23 repeating. All right. What if I said, Maggie, what if I said 47 over 99? What would that be? That's correct. That's the pattern that we've established is going on. You get repeated numbers with 9s. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you something really crazy. Look up, look up. What if I said 521 divided by 999? Leah. 0.5 what? Yes, that's how easy math is. That's not hard. All right. Now, a little bit harder. All right, so you got to be paying attention a little bit more. One person in the last class was able to tell me, Evan was able to tell me what this answer was. All right, I'm going to see if anybody can tell me this answer. 4/11 is what decimal? What do you think? That's a good guess. What do you think? I'm not saying it's right. Go ahead, tell me. What did you think? Anybody else?
40. No.
What do you think?
0.32.
What do you think?
0.4. 0.33.
Tell them again, Maggie. Why is that, smarty pants? Yeah, guys, multiply by 9. Multiply by 9, multiply by 9. So that's the same as what? 36 out of 99, which is the same as what? 0.36 repeating. Now, people think you're weird because you know these patterns. right? That's why people ask me, like, how did you multiply? Oh my gosh, you're so good. Has nothing to do with that. I've just learned the what? I've learned the patterns. And once you listen to me and you understand, math will be much easier when you learn these patterns. All right, it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. All right. So I could give you something like, let's say I wanted to do 8 11s. Tell me what that is now. Yeah, people think you're weird. Well, I mean, that's partly true, but still, right? But now you're weird in a good way. You got the math, right? It's very easy, very easy. Does everybody understand that? Right? Those are just little things. Now I'm going to show you something that's beneficial for your mental math, where it's not as much memorizing. All right. 1/8. My math teacher would be so mad at me because they would ask me these questions. I'd be able to tell them the answer, and they're like, "How did you know that?" It's because I just recognize the patterns at a younger age. All right, what's that? How much? How do you know that? How did you know that? Even though it's not technically 12.5, it's 0.125. But I'm still super proud of you. That's really good. If you know that, your fractions are much easier, right? You don't have to spend as much time. And that's what I'm trying to help you with. Now, what we want to do is we just want to say that is really 8 divided by 1. Does everybody agree with that? Right? Or I should have said 1 divided by 8, not 8 divided by 1. So if we had to do the division, which you guys can just watch, everybody's just going to watch me do the division. All right, because here's how you used to do it. It used to annoy me. 8 goes into 10. Well, first of all, 8 goes into 1, 0. Bring up the decimal. 8 goes into 10, 1. 1 times 8. Subtract 2. Add a 0. Don't forget to draw a nice arrow, bringing it down, 20. 8 goes into 20. 2 times. 2 times 8, 16. 16. And then what you did was you came over here and did minus, cross out the 2, make it a 1, 10, 10 minus 6 is 4, add another 0, bring down another 0, 40, 4 times or 5 times 8 is 40. And then you even did subtract and you did 0, 0, and you thought you were really hot stuff, right? And that just took you 10 minutes to do that. All right, we're not doing that anymore. All right, so we're going to erase this garbage and everybody's going to pay attention now. Here's how, if you have to do the division, here is what I would like for you to do. All right. Here's how I would like for you to do it. So please look up. All right. We're going to have lots of time to do this. All right. 8 goes into 10 once. How many left over? So I throw a 2 in this corner. 8 goes into 20. How many times? Twice. How many left over? Doesn't matter. And then 8 goes into 40. And I'm done with the problem. I'm done with the problem. All right. So that's for people, AJ, right, that don't know, right? That's what you will do if you don't know that 1/8 is 0.125. All right. Now that we know 1/8, listen to me, 1/8 is 0.125. Now, the next thing I'm going to ask you is, what is 2/8? What does that reduce to? Or somebody tell me what 2/8 is.
200.
No. Come on, you're not thinking. 2/8, tell him.
Just divided by 2 space.
Yeah, it's 1/4. 2/8 is 1/4, correct? Is everybody good with that? And you can say no, that's what I need you to do. So 2/8 we just reducing by 2, divide by 2. Does that make sense now?
But why would you divide by 2 instead?
Because I know what 1/4 is. 2/8 is the same as 1/4. Do you agree? Hey, listen to me now. I'm glad you asked me. All right. There's the guys who ask. That means you want to know. All right. Which I don't know why you would come to school and not want to know, but that's just me. All right. So 1/4 we said was 0.25, right?
Yeah.
Now put your hand down. 3/8. How did I know 3/8 was 0.375, AJ? Yeah. How did I know 3/8 was 0.375? Because I expect everybody here to know that 3/8 is 0.375. How did I do that? That's right. 1/8 is 0.125. So 3/8 must mean there's 3 125s. And 3 times 125 is 375. Or I was showing someone in the other class, I can just add these two things together. 0.375. Everybody with me on that? So I need everybody to know 3/8 is 0.375. And do you have to know that though? No, because you can always just do what? Divide it out. But I didn't want to do any division. What?
You can also like add 25% now to do it and just like do 250 and like.
Yes, 250 and 125 is 375. You're exactly right. Right? And someone tell me quickly what 4/8 is. Tell me.
25.
Yeah, 0.5. All right, so now guess what 5/8 is? Come on, it's embarrassing now. If you're not listening, Palmer, tell him.
It's 4.5.
No. Tell him. You are amazing. 0.625. All I did was I added what? 0.125 to 5. Is everybody good with that?
So when it finally gets to number 8, would that mean that it turns into a 1,000?
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Somebody help me with 6/8. 6/8 is the same as what? What?
3/4,
3/4, which is
0.75.
0.75. So guess what? Now I know what 7/8 is. How did I know what 7/8 is?
800.
875. Wow, it feels good to be smart. All right, with numbers. So I'm expecting everybody to know the eights. Everybody should know the eights. All right. So I know the eights. All right. Is we're adding that to our collection. Right. Well, let me just write out everything we should know. We should know 1/2. Now, why is 1/3 easy to remember? Okay, what?
About the 8.
What? Come on.
I'm confused how you specifically add 1.25 with the.
No, I didn't add 1.25. We added 0.125.
Oh, but no, but I don't get how you got 5.
I don't know what that means. I don't know how you got 5. Show me what you 4/8 is 1/2.
Oh.
There you go. Good job. No, listen to me. Stop being sorry about it. Look, if you don't know something, that's why you speak up. Right now, you know. That's how obvious it was, right? But you just weren't thinking about it. That's what everybody's supposed to be doing. Without making like, oh my gosh, if I ask a question, it's the end of the world. Someone's going to think I'm not smart. No one thinks that. You just have to get more involved and ask questions when you don't know something. It's great. It's amazing to dazzle people with your understanding of numbers because most people don't have a clue. It's really simple. What? Quick.
So after you do 3.37 and then you keep adding.
Well, not exactly. What I wanted you to say was 0.125. Watch how I line this up. And 0.25. You're just adding those decimals. Because watch me now. 1/8 plus 2/8 equals 3/8. Do you agree with that? 1/8 is 0.125. 2/8 is 0.25. You get it now, right? So that's a good way to do those. All right, back to my problems here. We know 1/3 can be made into what? 9ths. So we should know everything about 3s. So if I said what's 2/3, you should be able to say, well, that's just 0.6 repeating. Right? Everybody should know everything.
So for the 1/3, it can be converted into 3/9.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Nice, right? Yes, that's how easy numbers are. All right, but you got to sit and absorb the information. Now, 1/4 is the easiest because that's just money, right? That's quarters. Everybody should know what a 5th is because I can convert that to a 10th. Now, believe it or not, I'm going to show you how to do a 6th, but we're going to skip a 6th. We're going to skip a 7th. I'll show you what a 6th means. But what is, and we already just did 8ths, right? And we did 9ths, and we did 10ths, and we did 11ths. So look how many you know. Now, you should know all of those conversions, every single one of them. All right? Except 6 and 7. Tell me, Paul.
So I'm having trouble with, how you get, 26 and 3 nines.
How do I get 0.6 repeating? I said, what is 2/3? 2/3 is how many ninths?
That's, 6 nines, okay. So
Which
I-
is, no, I'm glad to be able to get that for you. Everybody's happy with that now, right? Everybody should be looking at this going, wow, that's pretty cool. I know everything there is to know about 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/8, 1/9, 1/10, 1/11. I could put anything up there on the board and you could say, wow, I can do that. All right, I can do that. What is 7/11? Tell me.
0.6.
Exactly. Exactly right. Isn't that nice? Because we made it out of 99. We just multiplied by 9. Multiplied by 9. Now it's 63 over 99. And we know when we're over 9s, it repeats. You with me? So 0.63 repeating. That's what that is. All right. Is everybody good with that? All right. Very good information. Very good information. All right. Yes.
There's like a single digit over 95 and you can choose it.
Well, let's just figure that out. 5 over 99. Would somebody please enlighten her on what that is? Maggie. Wow. 0. No. No. Tell them.
0.05.
Yes. 0.05 repeating, right? Yeah. Just like if I said 5 over 999. What is it?
It's 0.00. Oh.
Isn't that nice, right? And the same thing I could do over 111. Like if I said, what's 7 over 111? Who can do that one? 7 over 111. Tell me.
Wait, 600 and 663.
So what did you multiply by?
0.6.
No. I'm asking you a question. What did you multiply by?
9.
Right. So if I multiply that by 9, what does that become?
6.
63 over 999. So what's the answer?
9.
You're putting the 0 in the wrong place. No, that would be if it was this. Tell him.
It's 0.06.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? There's three 9s, so there has to be 3 numbers that repeat. The 0, 6, and the 3. You with me on that? You
Yeah.
did 630, 630, right? You see what I'm saying, right? So that's nice, guys. All right, good information. Good information. All right, so now at the top of your paper for me. All right, here's what I want you to write down. I want you to write this. I'm going to see how good of a job I did today. Section 3-1. Your homework is 1 through what? 1 through 46, but I'm just kidding. All right, just write that down. Section 3-1, numbers 1 through 46. Put your name at the top. All right, put your name at the top, please. And everyone's writing in pencil, guys. They're starting to get mad at me when they see math with pen on it. All right. So that's a St. John's rule, is that you're supposed to be writing in pencil. Math is pencil. Yeah, you're fine. Homework is done in pencil. Now look up here, please. All right, now I'm going to see if I did a pretty good job. All right. So here we go. Now, again, number 1. What do you think? Remember, the only way you're gonna get better is trying. Put your hands down. I like the people always have their hands up. Everybody should be doing that. Tell me. Shh, don't help him. Explain, Mr. Greek. What are your thoughts?
I didn't know the answer.
Come on, read. How did you get 0.6? Right, remember guys, we got to think back. What you did in second and third grade, they talked about decimals. 3/5. I want everybody to write down 3/5. I want everybody to write down equals 6/10. And then I want everyone to write down 0.6. That's what I expect from you guys. Everybody's good with that? You good? Palmer, what? I don't care about the heading. I'm on the number one. On number one. Guys, come on, come on, come on. I'm trying to teach. You guys are worried about other things. I said just put section 3-1, numbers 1 through 46. And I'm going to change it. Remember, it's never going to stay the same. This is just the heading that they make me tell you to put on the paper. All right, so I just did number 1. Now I'm going to jump down to number 4. All right. I need to know what 5/8 is. What was it? Yes, thank you. Brilliant. 0.625. Now, you're supposed to remember, put right next to it, 1/8 plus 4/8. And 1/8 was 0.125. How do we know that? Because at the beginning we said, if you can remember that 1/8 is 0.125, the rest of them will be easy. And now what's a half? 0.5. So now you add those up, 0.625. Everybody happy with this explanation? All right, now come on, no daydreaming today. There's too much good work here. All right. Now, I hated my teacher. She got mad at me, and I remember doing this, the 30 seconds, actually. I had to do 30 seconds, which is ridiculous. All right, but I hated this. But we're going to bring 5/16, and everybody's going to do the division. If you get this correct, that means you know how to do long division. I don't have to review anything. All right, so everybody's going to come down, and we're going to put down on our paper, 16 goes into 5.0, and I want you to get busy on that division. All right, and some of you are going to say to me, man, I know, but I forgot. I'm going to say, that's good. That's why we're reviewing. All right, let's go. Got about 45 more seconds. Mr. Grief, you already got it? You're supposed to say, of course, this is child's play. What did you get? 4 times 16 is 50? Come on, man. Look at that carefully. I like it. Tell me. Don't tell me you think. You're over there shouting at me now. You got the right answer. Tell me. I like that.
0.31 repeated.
Oh, man, that was close. Man, that was, you don't know.
Yeah, I do.
What?
It's 0.3125 repeating.
Oh, I like that. Lee's like, she's crazy. No chance. Tell me, please. What? You can't shout her down saying no, and then I ask you what the answer is. You're like, I don't know. Tell me, please. Here it goes. Shh. That's good. 0. We're starting out good.
0.3125.
Tell them.
0.3125.
You.
Wait, that's what I said.
Why would you repeat it?
No, I didn't mean to repeat it.
It's not repeating. Yes. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. So some of you guys automatically thought we were just doing repeating. So you got to the end and just threw a bar over the top of said repeating for whatever crazy reason. Not sure why. Well, that's why you learn to think for yourself. Then you don't have to listen to other people. All right, so my decimal. So now listen, don't embarrass me next year. All right, if I say how many times does 60 go into 50, you're going to tell me how many times. Stop. One. Margaret, one. How many times? One last shot. Stop. Maggie. Shh. Stop. You're killing me. 3. Turn around. Don't. She's not going to help you. 3 times 16 today is what? What? No, people, stop. I'm asking you 3 times 16, and you're telling me 0.31. How much? 48. So if you had 48, then how many left over? 2. So you throw a 2 up in this corner. 16 goes into 20. How many left over? So you throw a 4 in the corner. 16 goes into 40. Twice. How many left over? 8. 16 goes into 80. That is the answer. 0.3125. Please do not tell me about repeating. It stops, it terminates, it ends. There is no repetition of numbers here. It's done. 80 minus 80 is 0. We stop. It's not always repeating just because we've been doing a couple repeated numbers here. All right. So again, 0.3125. Now, you got to be honest with yourself, and some of you have not been because your grades aren't the way they should be. So I'm asking right now, if you don't know how to do that division, just put your hand up and say, just go a little slower, show me one more time, and I'll be caught up with you. You need some help? All right. So here we go. Thank you for that. So I'm going to erase this real quick, and then we're going to go at it again. All right. So please listen. Are you okay with the decimal, right? All right. So now we obviously say 16 doesn't go into 5. So technically that's correct. There should be a 0 there, but do I want to waste any time doing that? No, you with me, right? But you can put that 0 there, but it's not necessary. Now you say 16 goes into these two. How many times does 16 go into 50? And you did say it 3 times. Now I heard somebody say 3 times 16 is 38 by mistake. And if you do that, that messes everything up, right? But we know 16 times 3 is 48. Do you agree with this? And how many left over? So I put a 2 in this corner right here, and that tells me my number now is 20. I know, it's boring, isn't it? It's much quicker. You with me now? Now 16 goes into 20 how many times? Once. How many left over? 4. 16 goes into 40. Yes, 2. 16 times 2 is 32. 8 left over. And then, of course, you would say 16 goes into 80 5 times. You agree with that? All right. Now, look up real quick. Does everybody understand? Somebody asked me early in my other class, well, how did I know 18 divided by 6 was 5? I don't know that. All right, so I'm okay with that. You don't know that. But what goes into 80 and 16? 2. So what's 80 divided by 2? What's 16 divided by 2?
8.
So now it's just 40 divided by 8. So now I know it's 5. You see what I'm saying? There's little things that you can do with division to make it easier without doing the long division. Is everybody okay with that being 0.3125? Anybody have any issues with that? All right, guys, I'm pretty happy with that. What time's the bell ring? I forget. 125, 126. Okay, here we go. Shh, shh, shh. So now I want to look at 3/20. Come on, Mr. Wash, you've been nothing but sitting there. 3/20. Tell me what the answer is. Shh. Let him help. Let him do it. You're awesome, buddy. But don't forget the what?
Negative.
Yes, negative 0.15. I'm super happy with that. Why is it that? Because you want to make it out of 100. So I multiplied it by 5, multiplied it by 5. You with me now? 3 times 5 is what? 15 over 100. It's the same as 0.15. We're good? All right. Uh-oh. 2/3. Come on. 2/3. What was it? Me, yes. Not whatever either.
Wait, would you divide it?
No, that's what the average person would do. And since we're not average, we don't do that. Convert it to ninths.
Oh. Wait, so
Yes.
0.6 repeated?
You're awesome, girl. 0.6 repeated. Don't forget the what? Negative. Look how nice that is. Look how smart we are. What?
What I don't see is if there's a negative sign, wouldn't they both be negative and then you can divide it?
No. Only one of them is negative. There's one negative here. Either the 2 is negative or the 3 is negative, not both. And last one for today. Oh, the easiest one for last. 7/9. Everybody should be able to just say, obviously, they should even put that on there. What? What? Somebody help her. Yes. I know what you're thinking. All right. So be careful. Be careful. 0.7 repeated. 0.7 repeated. All right. So we have done a lot of information today. A lot of information. And because you guys did so great, I really appreciate that. We have no homework. Lies. Tomorrow we will finish. Hey, the